Hey there, guys, and welcome to another episode of Tales from the Podcast. I'm JB, and before we go ahead and introduce our guest this week, I definitely want to go ahead and talk about a couple of things really, really fast, and we'll get right into it. So, first off, I definitely want to let everyone know about one of our sponsors. You can check out everything that's going on over there. It's an Etsy site. It is scrolling along the bottom right there for everybody, and bunch of wax melts. It's a whole spooky box set. You get to pick your scents and everything, and I will be throwing that up into the comments as well, so everyone can go and check that out. Which I'm, it's a pretty cool shit. I'm pretty excited about it. That's for sure. And then the other thing that we have going on, guys, Tales of Shock and Terror is fucking out. You guys can go and get copies. You can get one copy or 20 copies. I don't fucking care. Buy them all up. You'll love it. You can actually get to that site in our Store Envy site, do talesfromthepodcast.com. If you scroll down, find the little banner, click it, maybe just click my profile or go to the page. You'll see it posted all the way around on all of that shit. So, anyways, please help support everything that we're doing with that. Check out our wax melt box. It's pretty fucking cool. It supports a local company by me and a very nice lady who's doing it. But, anyways, I know you guys are here to talk about somebody. And oh, Shanty says my audio is going in and out. But we'll see how it goes as we continue. Anyways, let's introduce the guest, Brandon Parish. How's it going, Brandon?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Doing pretty well, man. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're doing with the Perishables, which I will be sharing your link on here.
All right. Well, I'm Brandon Parish. I'm the frontman of the Parishables. It's a punk rock, metal, and grunge band from South Park, PA. We just trying to cut into the local Pittsburgh music scene here a little bit. Been playing some shows and stuff, and just trying to take it day by day and see where we can get with this thing. That's about it, really.
Hey, man, sometimes that's all you can do. And you got somebody, hey, I know that Brandon dude. Unfortunately, they're not going to the right link, though, so they're just popping up as users, so I will not know who it is. But still cool nonetheless. So, anyways, man, I mean, that's pretty cool. I know that you've been doing a lot of stuff. I know my friend Drew actually ended up doing a music video for you, which can be found on your YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, I mean, she did a really great job, and kudos to her for stepping up and doing that for us.
Oh yeah, that was really nice of her. That's for sure. You got people. Hey, Brandon, I wish I knew who they were. Like, if you guys and you're on there and you're popping up like this, you're commenting probably on his post. If you go underneath his post where the original one is, your name will pop up and I'll see actually who's talking, so you can know too. Anyways, that's really cool, man. You know what? Why don't we go ahead and actually check out that video real quick? It's correct me if I'm wrong, but that is the video for "Divided We Fall," right?
Yes.
Right. Can you tell us a little bit about this song before we go ahead and throw it up there?
Just more of a hard rock song that we wrote, just about current events that were going on, about everyone being very divided. So
that's pretty fair, man. That's fair. All right, well, let's go ahead and give this a play, and hopefully everybody enjoys.
When it comes to politicians, they are always one-sided. Tell me, is this really how you want to be guided? When it comes to politicians, they are always one-sided. Divided, 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 we fall.
So man, that sounded pretty good, dude. I'm pretty excited about everything with like what you guys are doing with that. And Drew did a fucking really good job with that.
Oh hell yeah, we were very pleased with it.
I I can definitely see why. That's for damn sure, man. So, anyways, dude, congratulations with everything. Congratulations on the video. I mean, you guys are doing a great job, dude. That's for sure. And I can't wait to see what else is going, on with everything that you do have going on. Um. Anyways, though, we are going to talk about some tales from the crypt tonight, guys. And I am very, very curious on your opinion on everything, Brandon. Now, most of the time I ask people on here, like, hey, what got you into Tales from the Crypt? You and I kind of talked about this a little bit the other day, though. So why don't you tell people here what got you watching something like Tales from the Crypt?
Well, like we talked before, I always liked the Twilight Zone, and I was always a big fan of that. Always used to watch that growing up, and Tales of the Crypt kind of like has the same concept going on, and that's why I really got into it.
No, I definitely understand that. That's for sure. I'm definitely just really happy that you were able to get into it and check it out. But obviously, we're going to be talking a little bit more about what you actually thought about the episode as we go on with this. So, anyways, to introduce this episode, this really, really fun episode, I guess, we are going to be talking about the episode from season 5, Oil's Well That Ends Well, which is based off of the comic book Tales from the Crypt, issue number 34, which is a pretty cool book to say the least. Um, anyways, this episode was directed by Paul Abascal, and the screenplay adaptation was done by Scott Nimmerfro. Obviously, we got a pretty fucking good cast on this episode. We got Lou Diamond Phillips, Priscilla Presley, Noble Willingham, Alan Ruck, Stephen Kahn, Rory Calhoun, even the amazing fucking John Kassir, which is, he's somebody that I always get fucking excited about when he's on doing these things. I mean, that dude fucking nails it every fucking time. I truly love having John Kassir doing his whole thing. But anyways, this episode's a pretty cut and dry and basic, episode to say the least. It's we end up going to the beginning of it, and there's a woman who, you can tell she's kind of into this guy, and they're digging up a body. Come to find out, they're kind of scamming people and taking a little bit extra money, faking deaths, and just going about this absurd whole thing. And when doing so, they kind of, Lou Diamond Phillips' character, Jerry, ends up shooting Larry. And at least that's what we're kind of led to believe. Larry's the one who, by the way, is played by John Kassir. After this happens, they kind of end up going out their own way, and they're trying to figure out a new place to scam some people. So from there, they end up going to this little kind of bar, and it's kind of like they're trying to set up this group of really old, wealthy, kind of, your very stereotypical kind of Southern wealthy people. And after going about this and starting the whole process with it, everything kind of gets twisted on Priscilla Presley's character, and it kind of gets really fucking out of hand, really fucking fast from there on out. She ends up basically getting tricked by everybody. You end up finding out that Larry is actually still alive, and we get a really, really cool laugh from him. If you, I'm pretty sure, I don't know, Brandon, if you caught it or not, but Larry does this little cackling laugh once he sees her, and then if you don't know, it's John Kassir. I mean, once you hear that cackling laugh, it's the same laugh he does for the Crypt Keeper. She does in the episode. I mean, it really gives it away, but it's a really, really cool little nod to it. And after they end up figuring all this out, though, the guy goes out of the grave, and there's a little bit of oil on him. And the woman, to kind of like get back at everybody, throws a cigarette into the oil and blows the entire place up. Pretty fun episode, though. Now, with that being said, this is based off of a comic book from the 50s. And it is pretty damn similar, to be 100% honest with you. I personally could not find too many big differences. There are some, don't get me wrong, but the plot and the premise is exactly the same about people, this group trying to scam people with oil. In the comic book, it's two men, and there's really no love interest at all. And instead of them going against a certain group of people to try to scam them, they end up scamming an entire town. And it's just a very interesting kind of story. And then the ending is a little bit different, but it's just something I thought was really cool. So when we figure out in the episode that there's oil in there, it's because of the cowboy boot, which is getting a little bit of oil on the cowboy boot. You kind of get stuck for a second. In the comic book, the guy is inside of the coffin, and the coffin starts filling up with oil until he almost drowns in it before he gets let out, which is definitely a little bit more fucked up, but really cool nonetheless. And I personally really enjoyed it. So, anyways, this was, like I said, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I know you were in the Twilight Zone and stuff like that, but this is one of the first episodes of Tales from the Crypt you got to watch.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I've watched some other ones, but not, I mean, I was real young and I don't really have a recollection of it. So it was a nice way to
Right.
remember by watching. Yeah, but like you said, it's pretty much like the first one I watched because I don't remember any of the other ones. So
Oh yeah, definitely. To catch up on some of these comments real quick, he goes, "I have played the Tales from the Crypt pinball that is in the opening and closing prologue. I have too. It is a really cool game. If I can quit buying comic books, I'm sure my wife might let me buy it." And Facebook user, the Crypt Keeper was awesome and was quite the diva in the Naked Gun. By the way, that is Ian Hemme, and I mean, Naked Gun and everything. I mean, you're talking about some of the same fucking producers that did everything. David, Priscilla Presley is the former wife of the late King Elvis and former mother-in-law of the other late King Michael Jackson. Yeah. I mean, both of them were kind of messed up people in a way. So I can't imagine how Priscilla's whole life ended up the way it is. And yes, it does have Alan Ruck in it as well. I'm pretty sure I mentioned him. I could be wrong though. But anyways, talking about the episode. Now, with this being one of them that was pretty early for you to watch, I'm kind of curious on what you thought about this episode. And at the end of your thoughts, I'm very, very curious to know where you would rate this episode between 1 and 10, with 10 being the best.
well, it was overall a really good episode, and it was really I never expected the twists and turns that were provided in the episode. I never expected the guy to come back to life. They made everything look like you'd never suspected. Most things you watch, you can kind of tell what's going to happen, but you couldn't tell with this episode. So it was really interesting to see it all unfold. I don't know. I mean, like you said, I'm kind of new to the whole Tales from the Crypt, so I guess I'd have to rate it maybe. We'll rate it an eight because I'm sure there's better episodes, but I'm sure it's not the worst. Or sure there's worse too. So I'll say 8.
All right. Well, I mean, that's still pretty fair. I mean, I can't personally be mad about that. I mean, I think on IMDb I got like a 6 or 6.5 or somewhere in there. I will say that it's not one of the best episodes, but there are things about this episode that really make it stand out. So the fact that we got kind of like this whole almost like breaking the third wall type thing with the Crypt Keeper talking about John Cassier and all that stuff. I mean, for any like really diehard Tales from the Crypt fan, we kind of eat that shit up pretty bad, and it's just a lot of fun. You get to see one of your favorite characters talking about the man who's playing him, which it's just a fun little thing, that's for sure. And actually, I believe there's actually a card of that scene, which I got in the Tales from the Crypt card collection up there, which is pretty cool too. Um, as far as this episode goes for me, I thought it was a lot of fun. I mean, not a lot of special effects in this. We got some pretty big explosions at the end.
Mhm.
And let's be 100% honest, very unrealistic. That wouldn't happen like that, period. I mean, it was very 90s to throw your cigarette butt and everything fucking explodes. Like, it just doesn't work that way. I mean, I've seen cigarette butts thrown into big old fucking piles of oil. And you know what? It puts it out. Just so you
Yeah.
know. That's all it does. But it just is what it is. The '90s cliches are kind of cool, though. I guess. I mean, they're fun, but they're definitely not realistic in any way. But I think overall with this episode, I'd probably give it about a 6 myself. I mean, it wasn't. It's a good episode. I mean, you had John Cassier, Lou Diamond Phillips, Priscilla Presley. I mean, it's a fucking great fucking cast. But I mean, it's nothing like compared to some of the episodes from like season 2 where we were getting, like Lower Birth, where we got Kevin Yeager directing episodes. And I mean, we got some really amazing shit in that second season. Even like the third and fourth. Like the fifth one's not bad either. I mean, we're getting quite a few good episodes, but it's just this one just I don't think was as good as some of the other ones that we have seen. I mean, with this one right here, I mean, Came the Dawn last episode, Brooke Shields in it, and that was a really fun episode as well. I mean, it's just some of these are just really hit and miss. Even Creep Course, which was a few weeks before that one or whatever, with Anthony Michael Hall in it, and, I mean, and Jeffrey Jones in that episode too. I mean, it's kind of insane. This is definitely, it's a good episode. It's just for me personally, I guess I like a little bit more of the horror aspect of some of these episodes, but it was still an overall fun experience for me. That's for sure. So, anyways, man, I am I'm like super fucking happy you got to watch this episode and everything. I really really hope that you can maybe tie it into some of the things that you're watching in the future. Maybe get your wife to watch a few episodes and go through them. I mean, there's quite a few really good episodes out there, man.
Yeah, we'll start from season 1 and just work our way, binge watch it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, they're really worth it. I mean, season 1 only has 6 episodes, but there's some pretty iconic ones there, and you can actually get this entire box set on Amazon, probably for around like 45, $50 roughly. It's a pretty cheap box set. You get all 7 seasons in it.
Nice.
And oh yeah, it's definitely worth the money. I mean, it doesn't cost a lot, and it's a lot of fun. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy it. I really hope that you watch some more. I'd like to have you on at a later date. When you get like past second season specifically, and start to see how you really feel about it.
Yeah, I'd like that. I think it's a great idea.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you got to get your drummer on too. I haven't had a chance to meet him. What's going on with that?
Yeah, he's really upset that he had to miss this one, but duty calls, our full-time jobs. He has to be there instead of here. So
Very understandable. I mean, what can you do? You can only do so much. Anyways, though, I know that this episode tonight is actually going to be an episode that's kind of cut a little bit short, and I know we kind of pushed through it pretty fast. I do know that you actually have to work your job tonight too, so we were kind of limited on how we could do this episode to begin with, and at least to give it the full amount of content. So I kind of sped through it a little bit there and everything, but I appreciate your time with everything tonight too, man. And hey, and just so you know too, I definitely appreciate your support with the comic book stuff. I know you only got a picture because you didn't read the small print, but it's still really fucking awesome, dude. I'm how did you like that picture? I am curious.
I liked it a lot. I actually have it right here.
Oh, you got the Nosferatu. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, hand drew by Drew Moreland, I believe.
Right? Oh yeah, Drew Moreland.
Signed and dated. Yep, it's pretty sweet picture. I mean, I know I wouldn't be able to draw something like this.
Oh no, I mean, you got to see the digital copy of the comic book at least, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be checking that out, and I'm gonna.
I'm
gonna get myself a comic book too.
She fucking she killed that book, dude.
Really?
Not even gonna, oh yeah, it's really really good. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Hell, we're still getting sales every single day.
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean we're not doing bad. And Shanty, my buddy from Happy Hour News Team, we're going to jam when I get to PA, Brandon.
Oh yeah, Happy Hour News Team. Love you guys. Love those guys.
Yeah. I I'm pretty sure Shanty only plays the skin flute though, so you might want to be a little careful on when he wants to play.
The only problem about jamming with those guys is we probably get too drunk before we even get the instruments out.
Shanty definitely likes his drinks, that's for sure. He has a really good show out there too for anybody who's checking this out right now. If you're into weird, funny, random news and just a good, fun, what would you kind of describe it as, like a nonsensical type of thing? it's
like
it's definitely fun and random, but I would definitely check that out. And Ian's messaging again in D minor. So, anyways, dude, I know that, like I said, I know you have to get to work and everything. We're gonna cut this episode pretty short tonight. I definitely appreciate you coming out here on here tonight, talking with me, and chatting a little bit about Tales from the Crypt and taking your time out to check that out. And if you go to solo.to/the Parishables, which will be in the show notes as well as been posted in the comment section already, all of your links are on there to basically any and all social medias that you possibly have, which is pretty fucking awesome. I'm not even gonna lie to you about that. I like it when people do that because I do the exact same thing. And for anybody who hasn't got the comic book yet, you can get it there at tales-of-shockandterror.storeenvy.com. We got everything on there, or just talesfromthepodcast.com. Scroll down, check out the shit there. And we also have the Etsy thing. Check it out. Use the code TFTP20, save 20%. And that will be shared in basically everywhere as well. So, I mean, check out what we have going on. Check out what Brandon has going on. I mean, you guys are doing a great job. Is there anything in the works for another music video coming up?
Not yet. We're planning on hitting the studio here next month, and after we get we're going to get 2 more singles recorded. Then we're probably going to work on making videos for those singles. We haven't really made any plans yet for that, but we'll keep you posted for sure.
Oh, dude, definitely do, man. I'll definitely do what I can to share it around. That's for sure, dude.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. But anyways, dude, I am going to let you go. I know, like I said, I know you got to get to work. Thank you so much for coming on, dude. Do you have anything that you'd like to share with everybody before we get off?
Just want to thank everyone that watched the live feed here, and we have a show July 17th at Brandy's on the Main. It's a battle of the bands, so I'd like you guys to come out and check it out. There's an event on our Facebook for it, so it'll give you all the rundown on that for everything you need to do to go to that show. So we'd really appreciate if you come out and watch us play.
That's awesome, dude. And if you are in the area, please do support local bands. They really need your help. And it's funny. So this right here is actually in reference to the wax melts that are being sold through our sponsorship. And it's just the wife got her unicorn tits in the mail, which is a scent. Shanty, why don't you tell everybody what she thought of them? And I hope it's a good review because, I mean, we're doing this live as fuck. So hopefully she likes them, but we'll see. But yeah, I love putting people on the spot when it could ruin everything. Just imagine she messes. Well, it wasn't my favorite. No, she hasn't said anything yet. So I am curious though, Shanty. So if you could throw that out there, or whatever. And Shanty says, they smell magical. There you go. You heard it here. So, yeah, check it out. I mean, Shanty says they smell magical. And Shanty has a good sense of smell. I mean, I'm just assuming that. I don't really know. I'll be honest with you. Order to chaos, says Ian. But anyways, thank you so much. Thanks, everyone, for checking this out. You're on the podcast. Check out the fucking show notes. Check out Brandon. Go follow him on all the socials. Check out everything else that we talked about. And if you don't, you can go fuck yourself. But anyways, thank you, everybody, for listening. And with that being said, the crypt is closed.
Thanks for listening, kiddies. You're all a scream.